5 o'clock somewhere. If you haven't already, check him out. He got some good fruit drinks.
Period.
Okay. Stop playing. You already know what it is. If you haven't already, make sure you follow Black Ink Radio on YouTube and check out the podcast every Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. You already know I am your host, Sugar Cosby, and make sure you follow your girl at Sugar_Cosby, all social media platforms. Okay? All right, so we got my boy, OG. Otis Perry in the building.
What's so with it? How y'all doing? Black Ink Radio.
Okay. Yo, you have an amazing story. We want to get right into it because we don't have that much time. So tell people who you are and give them a little bit about your background.
All right, so I'm Otis P. I'm originally from Dallas, Texas. I moved to Atlanta in 2020. I came out here to help family out. I was a truck driver. It was going good and everything like that. I really had just hit my stride as a man, and I felt like, I didn't have to ask my parents for money. I didn't have to get loans or anything like that. Like, I could go to work and make my money, and I still had money to pay bills, and I had money left over. Like, I just felt like I had just reached my peak as a man. Like, I was starting to do my thing, Fortunately, on January 14th of 2021, I was on my way to work, and I had just bought me a brand new Dodge Challenger, 20-inch rims, black, candy painted blue, for my Cowboys. Shout out to the Cowboys.
Okay.
And was on my way to work, and 18-wheeler just pulled out in front of me and just caught me off guard, and I just completely blacked out. It ran over the top of me and crushed me inside of my car. Crazy part is I walked away from it physically. My sister showed up, and she was able to get me to the ambulance, and I was able to walk away from the scene, and everything like that. And in the midst of it, I was having some back pain and everything like that. So I went ahead and decided to take out a lawsuit against the trucking company that hit me.
So you were still walking after the accident?
Yeah, I was still walking, and I was actually going through a rehab over in teen rehab over in Midtown.
Okay.
So shout out to them. They was helping me, try to get back to some significance of being able to walk and regular, straight and just without pain and everything like that. And I actually felt like the rehab was going pretty good, and they once you end up took out the lawsuit against the trucking company, they ended up putting me with a orthopedic surgeon, and I'm not gonna say names or anything like that for legal reasons, but they ended up putting me with an orthopedic surgeon, and he felt the need that I needed back surgery. So on March 29th of 2021, they put me under, and I underwent what was supposed to be a minor back surgery, but from what I've learned, no back surgery is ever minor.
No, not at all.
I was told that it was supposed to be a 6-week healing process, and so I was okay with it, if it was going to help me, relieve some of the pain and everything like that, then, I felt, that was the best option. At least that was the information that I had received from this orthopedic surgeon. So, like I said, on March 29th, I went under, and when I woke up, my sister was there, and they told me that everything was fine and everything went good, and it was a successful surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up March 30th, the very next day, and I had urinated on myself. I had feces on myself, and I didn't even know it. Like, I stood up and tried to walk, and I fell flat on my face.
There was no feeling at all.
I had no feeling from the waist down.
Oh my gosh.
So I had to call my sister, and thankfully she was still here, and she was able to take me, and rush me back into the surgery center, and they came with the same excuses, oh well, everything's okay. He just, you know, this or that, you know, it just needs another little minor correction.
Nah, how can everything be okay when you was walking after the accident and now you not walking no more? Now you have no feeling. You know what I'm saying? How can
Exactly.
everything be okay?
So on March 30th, they did another back surgery. When I woke up from this one, I still had no feeling waist down. All throughout April and through May, I continuously going to this doctor for what they call as post-operation visits.
That's what I was about to ask you. Did you try to consult with another doctor at that time?
Well, not at that time because, like I said, I had took out a lawsuit, so I was under the care of a law firm as well. So I had lawyers who, you know, was wanted me to stay. You know, they recommended me to this doctor. You know, and so at that time there was really no option or any conversation for a second opinion or anything like that. So it was just, you know, like, let's just stick with this guy. You know, he's got 30 years experience. You know, let's just stick with him.
You trusted him?
I did.
Okay.
I really did. I trusted him. Everything they said, it sounded like it was
legit.
You know. So all through April, I kept going in for visits, and they kept just telling me that everything was normal. But I started developing somewhat of a tail on the lower part of my back, like right above my butt crack. I had started developing like a tail, and it like a big huge bubble had started to like purge out of my skin, and every time I would sit up, I would have excruciating headaches. I couldn't hear. I couldn't. I just kept continuously losing feeling all over my body, and the only way that it would go away was if I laid down. And it was just weird to me. And I continuously going in all through April, and they just kept telling me that it's all normal. This is all normal from surgery. Everything is, you know, it's all normal. Everything's okay. And I didn't have nobody to tell me, hey, this is not right. This is not what to do. I mean, I don't want to say I didn't know any better, but I want to say that I completely had my full trust in these people. So finally on May 11th, I went in, and you know, I continuously complaining to him about the effects that was going on and everything with my body, and things went right, and he scolded me like I was a child. He told me that I was just a stupid ass truck driver, that I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, and that I was one of the worst patients he's ever had, that I wouldn't allow my body to heal. And that shit really broke my soul.
Because it showed you that he didn't care after you sat there and trusted him after he done messed up your body.
It showed me that all this time that he didn't care. And throughout that time, I continuously called my lawyers, and they got me over to Northside Hospital. And I saw a doctor over there, and they did MRIs and X-rays on me. And when he came back in from the MRIs and X-ray, the only thing that doctor did was he sat next to me, grabbed my hand, and he prayed. And he said, "There's nothing I can do for you. There's nothing I can do." I went over to.
What did he say the results were like? What he saw?
He really didn't say, because he didn't. What he told me was that what he saw was something that he had never saw before, and so he didn't know what was going on. He didn't even know what to do. His words were, he didn't even know where he would even begin to try to fix me. So I went over to Piedmont Hospital, and I saw another doctor there. I got the same results. And at this time, like, I'm literally like, I'm dying, you know. I'd lost all feeling, lost everything. I was probably all the way down to about 100 pounds. It was a very, very difficult time in my life. It's still kind of hard for me to talk about it. So in May, like I said, on May 11 was my last visit with them, and so you know, my lawyers went ahead and they luckily enough they found me a neurosurgeon out in on the north side of Georgia, and found me a good pain management doctor. You know, shout out to the Dr. David Webb over at Georgia Pain and Spine. Um, you know,
Shout out to them.
shout out to Legacy Brain and Spine also as well. Those neurosurgeons over there, they did what they could to try to stop, and they literally they saved my life. Um, and so throughout all of that time, throughout all that process, I spent about a year contemplating death, suicide,
I
wanting
can
to give
only
up,
imagine your whole life changed like real quick.
wanting to just give up, and I went from a person who didn't have to ask anybody for anything. I can get up and move when I wanted to. You know, when I needed to use the restroom, I could just easily get up, walk, and go to the restroom and use the restroom with no
You was
issues
more
or
independent.
no problems. I was a very independent person. And after that, like I said, I lost all feeling. So I continued to rehab, and I just went through a long mental breakdown of just wanting to give up. And
How did you come out of it? Like what changed?
honestly, I want to say the anger that I had towards those doctors. Um, they were white, and I felt like they neglected me, and I felt like they truly didn't give a damn about me. Um,
Yeah, they have a long history of doing that to black men and black women.
Yeah.
You know, neglecting our real needs and
Yeah.
saying that we don't really feel the things that we say
it's
we feel.
it's,
I'm
it's
sorry that happened to you, bro.
it's very known that in the medical world, you know, that they take black people's pain less serious than they do white people, because they feel like, oh, we're black and we can endure so much more, and our ancestors have been through this and that, and so like when we complain about pain, it's just that we just trying to get meds or just trying to get high on prescription pills or something like that, and it's not always that, you know, and sometimes we really do need help, and that's why I'm thankful for all our black nurses and doctors who are out there trying to help people and actually give a damn about people, because this situation truly showed me that it's really some sick people out here who truly don't give a damn about us. But I didn't let that stop me though. I got on YouTube and I learned how to move this wheelchair. I learned how to transfer myself in and out my bed. I learned how to transfer myself in and out the shower, because I literally didn't have nobody there for me. I had no family. I had no friends. Nobody throughout my surgeries. Nobody showed up. I had one sister that showed up, but I mean, you know, she has a life too. You know, she has 4 kids who she's got to take care of. So it was just like, I'm just another something that's else in her way. So I had no choice but to pick myself up, you know, and I got in the gym and I worked my ass off to get to where I'm at today. The biggest mountain is it wasn't even the physical, it's the mental aspect of it all. I suffered PTSD from this. I suffered anxiety, depression, panic attacks, and I still deal with that till this day. It hadn't been fully 2 years away, but I would like to say if you could see me now, I would think that I'm doing a damn good job.
Hell yeah, you making a lot of
You know.
strides and you still pulling through. And that should show anybody in a similar situation, because there is a lot of us in the same situation. You know what I'm saying?
And I appreciate that, and that's really what I'm here
Definitely
for.
motivation.
It's just to motivate people and let them know, like, I don't give a damn if it's you got hit by a car, if you got bad surgeons, or if you just you got with a bad dude that wrecked your life, or a woman that's stopping you from seeing your kids, or whatever the situation may be. I just want to, motivate people and let them know to just continue to go, continue to find alternate routes. If it is something that you are truly dedicated to and it's something that you truly want, continue to work for it. I also just want to say, man, just be thankful. Just be thankful for the things that y'all that we have, the little things. I can't go to the bathroom. I can't urinate properly. I can't eat solid foods. I have to eat soups and smoothies and things like that. You know what I mean? I can't stand up. I can't walk. I can't feel my legs from the knees down. I just turned 33 years old. I got a brand new truck. I just closed on a house.
Amen for that.
Yesterday in Fayetteville, and I can't feel my penis. I can't feel my testicles. I can't feel my anus. I have no control over my bowel. I have no control over my bladder. I have no control over that. But over time, what I've learned is that there's multiple ways to get things done. The old folks used to say it's more than one way to skin a cat.
Heck yeah.
And and the way I transfer that is more than one way to survive and get around out here in life. That's really is. I'm not letting this stop me. I'm not letting this hold me down. I still got a long road to go. But where I'm at now, I'm a whole lot further than where I was yesterday. And so with where I am, I just want to be able to uplift people and motivate them, and just look at me, and just to see where I came from. You know what I'm saying? And see what I'm still dealing with, and see the smile that I try hardest to keep on my face.
Word.
You know what I mean?
And that's a pure hustler's mentality. You know what I'm saying? Pure hustler's mentality right here. Black Ink Radio, Pure Hustler Podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's really deep. Period. We went through a lot, and I have to say I'm glad that I would have a chance to meet you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you for having me. I appreciate Black Ink for having me. I appreciate the entire Black Ink family. I think I met y'all maybe about a month and a half ago, and everybody here has been truly a blessing to me. Miss Amy, shout out to my boy Pyrex, man. That brother there, man, has been truly like truly a blessing to me, man. I don't want to get emotional, but I truly appreciate, the support, from people, because I don't think people realize how difficult and hard this is, but every day I'm going to continue to fight so people continue to hear my story, and people continue to see that they don't have to give up. And there's no reason for you to give up, because you can always make it. And regardless of what situation, regardless of what view you see life from, you still have life, and live it to the fullest.
Right. That's a fact. This was a great show, yo. Make sure you share and subscribe. This was one of the best interviews that I've ever done in my whole entire career. I got 6 years in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are such an inspiration. You definitely are a pure hustler. Let people know where they can find you at.
You can just check me out on Instagram at OG Otis Perry, or you can hit up Amy, A-World Entertainment, for booking for any modeling gigs or speaking endeavors or anything like that. So I appreciate y'all.
Okay, at Amy World ENT on Instagram. Make sure you hit her up. You know what I'm saying? And this was, like I said, one of, oh my goodness, you have my heart right now, for real. And it's not the 5 o'clock somewhere, I promise you. No, but for real. Make sure you tune in next Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on Black Ink Radio. Make sure you check us out, www.blackinkradio.com. Follow Black Ink Radio on Instagram. Follow your girl at Sugar_Cosby everywhere, okay? Except for TikTok, because, you know, they fired my old account. But I got at Sugar_Cosby1 on TikTok, okay? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you show some love. Subscribe, share. Subscribe and share, all that. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you hit me up. Don't just follow me, DM me. I like to be talking to people. I'm a weirdo. You know? You already know what it is. Black Ink.
You're now tuned in to Black Ink Radio.